Oké, zo.
Hi
Is het
there.
session 3?
Yes, let us start. Okay.
All right.
Hello, Aria. This is our third session of learning how to improve your memory based on the book by Kevin Trudeau, Mega Memory, where basically we're learning it together. I read it, I teach it. When I teach it, I learn much better than when I just read it, and you get to learn too. So we both come out winners over here.
All right.
Okay, in previous sessions, we learned about number one, basic association. For instance, the tree list, where we had number one looked like a tree trunk. It was association between the tree trunk and the number one. Okay, number two, on-off switch. There's two parts to the on-off switch, either on or off, so that's associated with number two. In our second lesson, we basically learned how to do chaining. If you recall the story about the Statue of Liberty, with the fat man standing on top of Statue of Liberty who had the drill in one hand and the soap in the other hand, etc., etc., etc. Okay? So that was the second
Right.
lesson, and that is basically chaining, where we take a whole bunch of objects that have nothing to do with each other, and we make a story chaining one thing to the other. Now, the important thing that was important between these two methods and all the methods that we have is that we had to make the picture as vivid as we can. The more vivid it is, the crazier it is, the stranger it is, the better it's going to stick inside your memory. Now, let me just make a little point of it here. Most people, when they say they want to improve their memory, what they're really meaning is they want to take their short-term memory and turn it into long-term memory. Because there's certain things in their long-term memory, let's say, for instance, your name. Could you ever forget your name? Unless you had some sort of amnesia, some sort of brain damage, or you have some sort of terrible disease like Alzheimer's. Could you forget your name?
No.
Okay, it's buried deep down inside your memory, which we call the knowledge bank. And anything that's inside that knowledge bank, you basically cannot forget. You can always retrieve it when you need to.
Right.
I still remember the phone number from my parents' house when I was growing up, even though it hasn't been my phone number in years. So you might say, well, you've been using that phone number to call up your parents. That's true, but my parents have already moved out of that house a year ago. God bless you.
Thank you.
And I have not been using that number already for over a year, and yet I can't forget that number. It just sticks there. It's part of my knowledge bank. Now, what we really want to do is we want to be able to go to, let's say, a party, meet somebody new, hear their name, and in 5 minutes don't say, oh, darn it, what was that name? I can't remember it anymore. Okay, we want to be able to, especially if we like the person, we want to keep a relationship with that person and impress the person, you want to remember their name. So what we're going to do today is called making a peg list. Okay, now what a peg list really is it's taking something that is ingrained inside us as part of our knowledge bank that we cannot forget and attach to it information that we want to remember. And by the fact that we are attaching information to it in a vivid manner, and let me backtrack one moment. When I say attaching bits of information, there are three key points you need to use, and we've discussed this in the last two sessions as well. You need to use vivid visualization. Okay, the things have to be really clear in your mind. You have to see all the little details about it. You have to use your imagination. Make it as strange and as crazy as you can. And action. You have to use action. Now, let me just give you an example. Let's say today's peg list, well, it's not let's say, we're going to do today's peg list is parts of the body. And let's say the first peg in our list is a toe. And the first thing on our list that we want to remember, let's say a shopping list for going to the store. We want to remember what we have to buy. And let's say one of the things is eggs. You say, okay, I'm going to imagine this egg. I see it really, really clearly. And I'm going to put the egg on my toe, and that way it's going to be linked to the toe. Well, is that good or is that bad?
I'm afraid I didn't understand.
Let's say, is it a good way of remembering egg as the first thing, or is it a bad way of remembering eggs as the first thing? By saying, I'm taking this egg and I'm going to put it on my toe.
Yeah, actually, it's good because it's very weird.
It's weird, but let's say you now had this egg doing jumping jacks on your toe. Or let's say you had your toe bouncing the egg up and down off the wall and it cracked and the yolk came all over on top of your leg. Would that be a better way to remember it?
I think yes.
Okay, so the key thing over here is the action. The more action, crazy action you put in, the easier it will be to remember. Okay?
All right.
So there are two main peg lists that people use. You can make any amount that you want. Doesn't make a difference. In this lesson, we're going to do the first one, which is the body, parts of the body. Now, if you think about the body, you can either think of random parts, let's say elbow, toe, hip, head, knee, but that would be a little bit more difficult to remember the order, correct? If you took the parts of the body and you did it according to a certain sequence, such as going from the bottom up to the top, it would make it much easier to remember the order, correct? Okay,
Right.
so what we're going to do right now is we are going to take parts of the body, 10 parts, and we are going to number them so that we remember, and we're going to do it in the sequence that they appear on the body so that we can remember these pegs. Now, once again, remember a peg is something that you would hang something on. Okay, the peg is there ready. We have it. We are hanging another piece of information on that peg, and in such a way, it's easy to retrieve the piece of information that we hung on the peg. Okay, you understand the idea over here?
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so let's get to making the peg list. The first peg over here is going to be our toe. Toe is going to be the number 1. It's all the way down at the bottom. Okay, don't write yet. Don't write anything down yet. Okay, well, just remember. What I want you to do is I want you to wiggle your toe and say number 1 toe.
Number 1, 2.
Next peg is going to be our knee. Remember, that's further up from the toe going
What
up.
about the heel?
If you want to use the heel, you can use the heel too. That's fine. If you want, let's do heel, we can do heel. Say heel 2.
Heel 2.
Okay. Number 3, knee. Touch your knee. Wiggle it. Say knee 3. Okay, let's start beginning again.
I supposed to touch the organs?
Either touch it, wiggle it, do something that stands out in your mind. Okay? Makes it more real. So let's say toe you want to wiggle your toe. Heel you want to dig in with your heel into the ground. Heel 2, go like that. Your knee, you can either move your knee, touch your knee, pat your knee. Heel, knee 3.
Knee 3.
Okay. 4 is going to be the thigh, the muscle.
The muscle.
Okay, muscle in your thigh, because thighs are full of muscles, right?
Right.
5 is going to be your rear end. Okay? Say 5 rear.
Okay.
Okay, let's go from the beginning again. And each time do the action that you were doing to remind yourself. 1 toe.
Toe.
2 heel.
2 heel.
3 knee.
3 knee.
4 muscle.
Thigh.
5 rear.
5 rear.
Okay, now 6 is your love handle. You know what your love handle is? That part of your stomach where if you squeeze it, you can hold on to it.
Okay. Let me shake it. Okay.
Okay, so 5 love handle.
5 love handle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, now 6. What do you want 6 to be? Shoulder?
Okay, shoulder is good.
So pat your shoulder. 6 shoulder.
6 shoulder.
7 the collar.
Collarbone.
The collarbone, the area that your collar would be. Okay, it's around over here. Collar.
The neck.
Neck, collar.
Okay, so 7 is the neck, right?
Okay. 8 the face.
The face. 8 the face. Okay.
Okay. 9 the tip of your head.
9, the tip of your head, right?
Okay. And 10 is the ceiling. You know, it's not part of your body, but it's on top of your body.
Okay, the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 10 is ceiling.
Okay,
All right.
so 1 toes,
1 toes,
2 heel,
2 heel,
3 knee,
3
4
thigh,
4 thigh,
4 thigh,
5 rear,
5 the rear,
6 love
6
handle. Oh, that's where we went wrong.
love,
Okay, 6 love handle, 7 is
6 love,
shoulder,
7 is shoulder,
8 is collar,
8 is neck,
neck,
okay.
9 is face. Forget the ceiling. 9 is face.
No, this is 8.
No. Remember, we miscounted something along the way because you added the heel on. I usually don't use the heel, but
So
you
that's
decided to
the
use heel.
face, shoulder,
All
7
right,
is neck,
let's start again. 1 toe,
1 toe,
2
2 heel,
heel, 3
3
knee,
4
4
thigh,
thigh, 5 rear,
5 rear,
6 love handle,
love handle,
7 shoulder,
7 shoulder,
8 neck,
8 neck,
9 face,
9 face,
10 top of head, point. We're skipping the ceiling because we added the heel on. 10 the top of the head.
Okay. Okay.
Right? Let's go one more time. 1 toe,
1 toe,
2
2 heel,
heel,
3
3
knee,
thigh,
4 thigh.
4 rear.
No, 4
No,
is
4 thigh, 5 rear, 5 rear,
5 rear,
6 love
6
handle,
the love, 7
and
is shoulder,
shoulder, 8 neck,
8 is
9
neck,
9 face,
9 face, and 10 is
10's
top.
top of the head. Okay, so I'm going to ask you 1. You tell me what it is, okay? 1,
Toe,
3,
knee,
5,
the rear,
10,
the top,
7,
shoulder,
9, yeah,
yes, the
7 shoulder, 9,
9 the face,
8,
the neck,
6.
the love handle.
Okay, see how fast it goes to remember? And you remember it by the sequence, right? Do you think about where it is in the sequence of your body?
Yeah, but this time it's easier because it's only 10 things and not 20.
No, but it's also easier because there's a sequence to your body. You're moving up from the bottom to the top.
All right.
Okay? Now, so let's write down over here. Let's go to our handy board over here.
So we're writing down the sequence?
We're going to write down the sequence, and we're going to write down what we want for each one. Okay? So the first one we said was toe.
Toe,
Second one was heel. Right?
heel,
We haven't been writing over here. Okay.
knee,
Toe. Hold on, wait, this is the
thigh,
wrong one.
thigh,
Toe, heel,
love
knee,
handle,
thigh,
shoulder,
rear, love handle,
neck,
shoulder, neck,
face,
and
top, right?
And top. Knee, thigh, rear, love handle. I'm not sure why this isn't working over here. Toe, heel, knee, rear, love handle. And let's go back here. Okay, and after the love handle came the shoulder, the neck, the face, and the top. All right. So toe, heel, knee, thigh, rear, love handle, shoulder, neck, face, top. Right? Okay, now let's pick a shopping list. What do you want on the shopping list? Ten things. Think of 10 things for your shopping list that you want
10
to
things.
buy at the store.
Okay. Oatmeal.
Oatmeal.
Um,
Okay, let's write them down right now because we haven't yet pegged them to anywhere.
all right.
So oatmeal.
Oatmeal.
Mm-hmm.
How do you say carrot in English?
Spinach.
Spinach, right.
Mm-hmm.
Spinach. Leaves, spinach leaves. Blueberries.
What is it?
Blueberries.
Blueberries. Okay.
Blueberries.
Mm-hmm.
Quinoa.
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 Mm-hmm.
Cottage cheese.
Cottage.
Cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Cocoa powder.
Cocoa powder. Mm-hmm.
Um, bananas.
Bananas.
Strawberries.
Strawberries.
And
8.
carrot.
Carrots. And one more. It's 1, 2,
One
3, 4,
more.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
One more. Was there any? um, Whole nut.
What was that?
Whole nuts.
Whole nuts. Okay, so let's take the first one. Oatmeal. And somehow, with some vivid action, making it extremely vivid, attach it onto your toes.
Some vivid action.
Mm-hmm.
Attach my toes.
Yep.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, so what do you have?
I see. See the oatmeal plant that are going like this and touching my toes.
Okay. Let's go to the next one. Spinach leaves and heels.
Spinach leaf and heels. Okay, I can see myself stepping on spinach and make it very grinding it with my knees.
With your heels, not your knees.
With my heels, sorry.
With your heels, okay? So is oatmeal again? How about the oatmeal
Okay.
plants are tickling your toes? Swaying in the
Of
wind
course.
and tickling your toes.
Okay.
Okay, and then the spinach leaves, you're grinding it with your heel. Maybe the spinach
All right.
leaves are fighting back and go as you're doing that.
Okay.
See the difference? Makes you laugh, right?
Yeah.
Okay, blueberries and knees.
Oh, blueberries. I see the blueberries hopping,
Hopping on your knee.
hopping on my knee.
Okay, make it a little bit more action, a little bit more vivid.
And I tried to catch them on the air.
Okay. Quinoa on your thigh.
I see myself cleaning the quinoa in a dish on my thigh.
Okay, but that's very ordinary, wouldn't it be? Cleaning a dish on a table, cleaning a dish on a thigh. Try to bring a little bit more craziness into it.
Craziness. Let's do I'm spilling the quinoa and it's falling all over my thighs.
Add a bit more craziness. That sounds too ordinary to me. That happens to me all the time.
Ordinary. Um,
How about you trying to collect the quinoa in the bowl and they keep bouncing out onto your thighs?
oh, okay. That reminds me of Harry Potter candies.
Yeah. See? See, remember that? Okay,
Yeah.
next thing, cottage cheese on your rear.
Okay.
Maybe you're taking a cottage cheese bath. Maybe you're
What?
having a cottage cheese, you're swimming in a cottage cheese sea and having a fight. Let's have a water fight, a cottage cheese fight with your rear ends, pushing the cottage cheese at each other.
Okay.
Okay, cocoa powder and your love handles.
Cocoa powder. Uh, you can see the cocoa beans. Um,
I see love handles coming
jumping
out and
jack
grinding
flash.
them.
What?
I see love handles coming out and grinding the cocoa beans.
Oh, okay.
What were you saying?
And I see the cocoa beans um, doing something.
All right, so let's leave the love handles.
Jumping uh, jumping jack flash. No, it's jack
Doing jumping jacks on your love handles. That's good
jumping
also.
jack.
Okay, that's good also, yes. Okay, bananas on your shoulders.
Um, the bananas on my shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what can we do with bananas? Um, okay, I can play with the bananas like like three balls, but with my shoulders. You have to
Mm-hmm.
catch them and throw them in the air.
Okay, good. Like juggling them. Good.
Juggling, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Next
Juggling
one,
bananas with my shoulders. All right.
strawberries on your neck.
Um, can we do with strawberries?
I see them maybe forming a necktie and choking you.
Oh, necktie. Okay, that's
Okay.
weird.
The
Okay,
gorier, the weirder, the, how do you say, the more it touches the reptile brain, the more you're going to remember it.
okay.
Okay? Carrots on your face.
Carrots in my face.
I see the carrots sticking
Um,
out for the nose, for the eyes, for the mouth, like on a
okay.
snowman.
A lot of carrots.
Okay? And whole nuts on the top of your head.
Whole nuts. You can see the whole nuts falling from the tree with their shell.
And
And
bopping you on the head and you falling over. Ooh.
okay,
Okay, so let's go over it again. What was on the toes?
and the toes was oatmeal.
That was tickling the toes.
Right.
Okay, what was the heels?
Spinach.
And what were they doing?
I was grinding them with my heels, and they were
Right.
um, fighting in some way.
Okay, what was on your knees?
Can it be blueberries?
Yeah, what were they
No.
doing? The
Yeah.
blueberries. Yep, what were the blueberries doing?
They were kind of
Doing jumping jacks.
jumping jacks. Okay.
Okay. And what was on your thigh? Thing that was popping out of the bowl and going all over your thighs.
Okay, quinoa. Okay.
Right. And what about your rear?
Cottage
Right.
cheese.
That big sea of cottage cheese, having that fight of that cottage cheese fight with the rear end pushing it over each other.
Okay.
Okay. What was on your love handles?
Oh, can't remember. Cocoa beans.
Right. And what were they doing?
Uh,
I remember what mine was doing. Do you remember what yours was doing? Mine, the handles were coming out and making cocoa powder from the cocoa
yeah,
beans.
yeah. I was trying to make a powder out of it. Yes,
Okay. What about your shoulders?
that was a banana juggling.
Right. And what about your neck?
Neck
Oh,
was the strawberries.
that were choking you with the necktie.
Yeah,
Okay. And what was the face?
carrots.
Right, with the carrots coming out for the eyes, the nose, and the mouth, and wiggling around as they were doing that, popping out.
Yeah.
And what about the tip of your head, the point? Plop, plop,
The
plop, plop, plop.
whole nuts.
Right, plopping down from the tree right on top of your head.
It's only 10 things, and I haven't trouble remembering them.
All right, we just went through it the first time. Let's do it again. Okay, this time you go through it.
What?
This time you go through it. You say the one, toes, what it is.
Okay. Um, one is the toes and the oatmeal. Two
Right,
is the heel and the spinach
right,
leaves. Uh, three is the knees and the blueberries.
right,
Four is the thighs and the quinoa.
right.
That was five, right?
That was four.
That
Now
was four.
five.
Five is the rear. Yeah,
Right,
that's the cottage
right.
cheese. Six is cocoa beans.
Mm-hmm.
Seven is the bananas. Eight the strawberries. Nine, the carrots.
Right.
And 10 the whole nuts.
Okay. See how you remembered it?
Yeah, now it's easier.
Took two times and you're done. Okay, now let's say you go to the store and you're trying to look through your list and you forget one. All you have to do is go through the parts of the pegs in your body and then remember the vivid picture you made for it. Right?
Okay.
Okay, another way of doing these type of pegs, which we're not going to do today, we'll do it a different time, is to go through your house. Choose 4 rooms. In each room, in the sequence of how you see them in the room, pick 5 different objects. And then peg things to those objects. So again, when you're going through your mind through your house, you automatically go in through the front door, and then the first room you see is what do you see? And then go through the sequence of things in the room, see what the things are that stand out, and see how you pegged it, the object you want to remember to the object that you see inside the room. Okay, it's the same exact idea. The
So how
sequences,
many things?
there you can do 20 things usually. You can even do more. You just do more rooms. Each room you would choose something like around 5 objects.
Mm.
Okay, we're not going to do that right now. Right now we just did the peg list of the body. And as you can see, it's easy to remember the parts of the body because they're in sequence going from the bottom up to the top.
Yeah.
By the same token, we could have done from the top going down to the bottom. It doesn't make a difference. The important thing to remember is that there's a sequence that you have to that it goes from one direction up to another, so that you don't have to start remembering which body part are you trying to think of at that point. You just go through the sequence. And I know that when
Okay.
I used to study anatomy, that's what I used to do also. I used to make the sequences and I used to peg things to the sequence. So it was easier for me.
Mm.
Anyway, I hope you found this interesting, if nothing else.
Yeah.
But I think that
Yeah,
as we
it's
go
good. I
along,
like doing crazy things with with the food list.
what you're doing right now is exercising your mind. You're exercising it to be able to use these exercises in the future, and it will become much easier. We just haven't gotten there yet. This is still in the stage where we're just exercising different parts of our mind and creating the ability to do it. Not really creating, we have the ability to do it, but exercising that ability to do it. So that it becomes easier and easier and faster and faster.
Mm.
Okay, so stay tuned for our future lessons on Mega Memory by Kevin Trudeau. Once again, he did not hire me to do this. I'm doing this on my own just because I want to learn how to improve my memory, and I want to, best way for me to do is to teach it, so you get to benefit from it as well if you follow along. Have a great day. Thank you. Okay, עצרתי בנצור גם פה בקוויק טיים.